Hello Aries, thank you for visiting my channel, Moonlit Tarot. I am so excited about reading your December cards for you. This is a general reading, which means that, first of all, it may not resonate with everyone. I am reading for Aries Nation, which is a very large group of people. So this will not make sense to everyone, but for a few of you out there, it's going to make a lot of sense. Okay. I am new to having a YouTube channel, but I'm not new to cartomancy. I've been doing this for quite some time. So I'm really excited to spread this out to the world, to the astrological signs, and see if I can help anyone with it or guide them in any type of way. So with all that being said, I'm going to get straight on to your reading. Aries, I don't know why I need to pull another card. Okay, I need to pull another card. I did need to do that. Okay. So I spent a few minutes before pulling your cards doing just a short meditation. And when I do that, I just sort of meditate and allow my mind to clear and allow images, thoughts, ideas, pictures, mostly pictures, to come into my head. And for you, Aries, they're actually kind of cute, and I don't know. I can't really make sense of them, but you might be able to make sense of them. But I got the color lime green, and I also got an image of like white poodles and clouds. So like fluffy poodles and clouds juxtaposed. I don't know. I don't understand the correlation. Maybe there's not one, but to somebody it might mean something. Or another thing to think about is just, if you see the color lime green, give it some thought. Maybe there's something there you need to keep an eye out for. If you see a puppy, pet that puppy, right? Just pet that puppy. Oh, the phone's ringing. Hang on, sorry. Aries, have you been communicating badly? Everything happens for a reason during a reading. So sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I'm back. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to your tarot card spread. For your past, we've got the Five of Swords, the Four of Swords, and even though this was air energy, this is sort of a very, the cards in this position is a very Aries kind of thing to do. So the Five of Swords is sort of like a hard-won battle. The battle's been won, but at what cost, right? So you can see that in the front, he's happy. He's like, ooh, I won this battle. And these people have dropped their swords and walked away, but they're not really exulting in him, right? They're not recognizing him, but he did win. So with the Five of Swords, I often think of just sort of like rushing in and winning a battle. But I guess the victory doesn't feel complete. Okay? Because your competitors over there are not, they're being sore losers, or they didn't like the way you fought. And then this is coupled with the Four of Swords, which is a time of getting rest. It's a time of, this is literally resting from battle. So I think whatever this battle was about, Aries, and you're going to know more about what this is than I really do. This is your life. This battle exhausted you, but you were able to lay down and rest and get the peace that you needed and the rest that you needed. And I know this because then you've got the World card. Check out the World card. I'll be right back. This phone. Okay. Sorry. All right. So this is not an exact science, and I'm not perfectly professional, but hey, it is what it is. So then we have the World card for your recent past. And overall, Aries, what I'm saying is that, this battle was won. You got some rest. Maybe people didn't recognize you, but the battle was won. You got some rest. At the end of the day, you're at peace with it. You learned something from it. The World card is going from student to teacher. It's just sort of being at peace with everything and like totally comfortable with yourself. I mean, look, this chick is naked. She's completely comfortable with herself. And she's just perfect in this, perfectly centered in the world. Okay. So I think in your recent past, this is what was going on. And for your present is very lovely, actually. So this is this is one of those spreads where it's going to end up being a bit of a cautionary tale. But for your present, we have the Four of Wands, followed by the Sun. Like, how great is this? So the Four of Wands is a wedding, or it could be a marriage of ideas, and it can also just be a gathering. Look how pretty this card is. They have this canopy of flowers. You see these people back there just waving their flowers around. So this to me is about parties, gatherings of people, and a lot of fun. So I think you are having a lot of fun right now. And that's why you have the Sun card, which is a fire energy, just like you. And it's just, the Sun to me is, it's just all about being happy and being in a safe place. So this is telling me that, well, for one thing, Aries, you're perfectly comfortable in a crowd, right? Like, you're the person that can go to a party and just be very at peace there, and you're feeling at home in a crowd. So that's very much an Aries thing. And I think that's what's going on with you right now. And I just really am happy to see that you're able to get this safety from these gatherings and these people that are around you, this feeling of safety and of warmth. And then I also have the Five of Pentacles, which I did need to clarify, and I clarified it with the Fool in reverse. The reason I had to clarify this card is because we have the Five of Pentacles on the other side of the Four of Wands. So, I mean, these are completely total contradictions, because these guys are being left out in the cold. Look at them. Sorry, the lighting's not too good here. But they're being left out in the cold. You see? This kind of reminds me of a church, because you see sorry. Well, there's pentacles, but you can also see the stained glass. And these folks out here are just like, they're in the cold. This guy's, he's having a hard time walking, and they're just feeling left out. So this is such a contradiction to this. But then you have the major arcana of the Sun, which really trumps everything, right? So I went ahead and clarified the Five of Pentacles, and I got the Fool in reverse. And that really did help me figure this out, because, so to me, the Fool is one of the best cards to get. This is sort of a cautionary tale, is the way I'm going to tell you this tale. The story is unfolding. So the Fool upright. The Fool upright is basically, to me, it's your soul. It's not a fool, okay? It's zero. It's a zero. It's starting at zero, starting with nothing. It's your soul, and it's limitless. He's about to take a step off the cliff, and he doesn't even care. He's looking up. So to me, this is the soul card, okay? The only reason, it's called the Fool, but ultimately it's feeling limitless, really just setting your soul free and allowing yourself to just be you. And because it was in reverse, and it was in reverse in front of the Five of Pentacles, I'm feeling like well, Aries, I mean, I think maybe for some reason I keep thinking light on your feet. Try to be light on your feet. Keep a light heart. Don't look down. Don't take risks. Okay, not big risks, but just take some risks. Maybe in love, maybe in partnerships. Set your soul free. Kind of get in touch with that part of you that's not just the spark. Step out of passion and step out of thinking, and just sit with your soul and let your soul free. Because if you don't, if you worry too much about what's in front of you, then you might be feeling left out in the cold. All right. Now in your future, we have Justice in reverse, Seven of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So, in your very near future, you're going to feel like something happened to you that was that was not fair. It's not fair. It's actually not fair. The cards are telling me it's not fair. All right. It's kind of like you won this battle, but nobody cares, right? And then here comes this injustice in your near future. Now, I hate when the cards are not super positive, especially when I'm reading your future and I'm foretelling. So that's why this is a cautionary tale reading. So brace yourself so that you're prepared for an injustice. The Seven of Pentacles is you put all the hard work into something and yet it's not being fruitful. And this is making you impatient. Very impatient. Unfortunately, Aries, patience is not one of your strong suits. So steel yourself. Get ready for that. Okay. Maybe that's why you need to set your soul free a little bit. Okay. Because if you can step outside of your impatience and just slow down and let go. All right. This might not hit you so hard. This unfairness is going to come into your life. And you've done all this work. You know, it's sort of like, you know, I've done all this work and I've put my, I sowed my seeds, but my crop didn't come in because the weather was bad. You didn't do anything to deserve it. It just happens. It's going to happen. But then we get another major arcana, which is the Hermit. The Hermit, I personally love this card, even though it says, so I like these cards that other, you know, their immediate meanings are a little bit different. The Hermit is not someone that I think is like, you know, sitting in a mountain and just being weird. The Hermit, if you notice, he actually is carrying a lantern and he's lighting his way in a dark path. So basically, this is about inward reflection. Going inward to guide yourself. Okay. So you need to carry your lantern here. Because Aries, I think you know how to handle this injustice and how to handle this situation. But be prepared for that. Because it's not your fault. You didn't do anything. You know? Not to like let you feel like you're the martyr, but sometimes shit happens. It just does. And then I think the way the Hermit is a major arcana is telling me, go within, get still, get quiet. Okay? And you're going to be able to walk your way right out of this darkness. Okay? Back into the light, back into your light. Because Aries, you're very bright little souls. I mean, you just light up the whole world. So don't stay in darkness for long. Whatever this injustice is coming. All right. This might not mean anything to you now, so you may want to watch this in 2 weeks. I do that all the time with my favorite tarot card readers because I don't get it. But then in 2 weeks from now, I'll look back at it and go, oh, okay, now I get it. So because this is in your future, I would suggest that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of advice cards from my very trusty, old, ugly, well-worn playing card deck. Angels in white light, what advice do you have for my precious, bright Aries for the rest of the month of December? What advice do we have? Okay, I'm feeling the need to flip it over. So much shuffling. Okay. What do we have here? Okay. 2 of Diamonds. Hello. You got to watch out for a jealous person. It's very likely that's where this injustice is going to come in. Okay? Envious person. Just watch out for it. Unlucky in money. And maybe this has to do with work, Aries. Unlucky is not something you can control. Money has to do with your finances. Again, that's where this injustice is headed. Okay. And then financial progress. What a contradictory spread you have, Aries. But that's okay because, I can kind of see that, even though this is about to happen and it's not very lucky, you're going to make your steady progress like you always do. Just hang in there, okay? And Aries, you guys really, you very often, you go outward with your spirit and you make decisions based on outside of you. And I think what this spread is telling you is, well, the advice would be go inward, okay? Follow the light, okay? Take the high road. When you find yourself sort of spiraling down into negativity and just that one, that was unfair, this is unfair, I don't deserve this. You're right. You don't deserve it. But if you can just keep your lamp lit, go within. This is going to be different for you. It's going to be different for you. This isn't different for you, but this is different for you. So this is like stepping outside a little bit and of your comfort, of your specific comfort zone, getting still and quiet and going within for answers. Pet a puppy. I have no idea I don't know what that was about. Sometimes my images relate to the spreads. This one is just like totally random. I have no idea. Okay. But stay light on your feet, my dears. Stay light on your feet. Have a light heart. Okay. I feel like I know everything is going to be okay if you can just stay light, stay lifted, and just continue to believe in yourself because everyone else believes in you. Everyone believes in you. Unfortunately, when that happens, you get jealous people that bring you injustice. This is not new for you, Aries. All right, darlings. Well, I really hope this, I'm going to call it a cautionary tale. I really hope this helped you, and I want you to definitely enjoy the rest of your December. I think you will, my loves. I think you will. I think you're going to have a really great time. Okay, let's just balance out the outward with the inward. All right. Okay, Aries, I love you. Share, subscribe, like, and I will follow you on this journey, and I will see you again very soon. Have a wonderful December. Bye.